Hate in society is not an uncommon anomaly. We've seen it for years. We've seen other people come along and make charges or claims against other people or different statements. But one thing that was always known and one thing that was always prevalent in today's time or anything else is that you're always going to have someone that dislike whatever you do. It could be for the most positive reasons in the world. You could say for hunger or anything. They're going to find something to tear you down, to make someone look at you with a side eye. It's never going to change. So you have to learn how to endure, to take that blunt force trauma and turn that into fuel and keep moving forward. Now, today, anybody would look at the weather and say, hey, I'm not going anywhere in this. It's pouring down. You could barely see. It's fog everywhere. It's too early in the morning. Somebody might say that, right? And says, what kind of business do you need to do to get out and do this? Zeno, you don't need to do this. You good. You've made it. But if I don't keep trying to strive to go forward and stay stagnant, then I won't make it. If I don't grind every day, I don't make it. So the measure of a man is determined by his drive. Not about how much he has. Not about how much he can acquire if he did X, Y, and Z. It's how he always drives forward and leads. The steps he takes in his life determines the type of man you are. Each decision you make. Back in the day, they used to say, you a man or a mouse? And pretty much it's the same thing. Are you going to be a man or a mouse? Are you going to step up and seize the day? Stevie Wonder, one of the greatest musicians ever. Composer of music and everything, and he was blind. What did they do to Stevie Wonder? They questioned, was he really blind? Imagine someone that's blind who has to learn differently than everyone else in the world because he cannot see. Imagine that. And because of it, and the fact that he can't see, people take advantage. And they have the gall and the audacity to question if he's even blind. Then you know what it does? It trickles down to us. And then we start questioning if he's really blind. You see how that works? Us, meaning people that look like us, the people that really love Stevie, start questioning if Stevie Wonder's really blind. When it didn't come from us. It was implanted by people who didn't like him. And they loved his music as much as anybody. But they didn't like the fame. And they wanted to take away what he was earned. Stevie Wonder still creates music. They just don't promote him. Anyone that's great, there's got to be something wrong with them. if you're African American in their eyes. And they will pull at that string and show that, look, he's not a perfect man. He's flawed. When everyone is flawed. No one was perfect. So what we need to do is to check our aspirations, our agendas, our determination, all these factors that we deem as important. We need to curb those expectations and put them on a board and say, is this really important? It's not. Like I said, how many times people have a bill to pay and they don't pay it, and they got the money sitting right in their pocket? It's like, pay the damn bill. What you waiting for? You got the money, pay the damn bill. They would acquire late fees. And they know that. That's why the bank implies them. And they want a junction in court just so they could push back, or to push into effect a higher interest rate on credit cards. Bet you didn't know that. You can get a higher interest rate on credit cards now because they passed the law. Before you couldn't. It was a certain limit, a cap on the interest rate you could charge on credit cards. And they expanded it higher. Why? To get more people to get credit cards. Society is always going to be on one side of the fence. They're not going to be on two sides. They're going to be on one side. There's more pessimistic than optimistic people. But me, I live in the gray area. See, it's gray outside. So I live in that gray area where I have a little bit of optimism and pessimistic together, and it comes out with realistic. I look at things realistically. I don't get caught up in the hype. I don't get caught up in stories. I get caught up in facts. So when we have these narratives, what are we going to do? Are you going to be a prisoner to them? No. Well, I'm not. Some people allow what other people say to dictate their entire life, and they go into a shell, and I don't understand that behavior. I've always had the drive to keep striving. I do some of my best work when I'm sick. Not telling you to get sick to do it. I'm just saying. I could be sick. Limited energy in my body. So my body's using everything it's got to fight off infection, germs, or whatever virus it's got or sick. And it gives me complete focus to accomplish a goal. I say, I know I got to get this done. Let me just get this one thing done and done right, then I could be okay. That wasn't happening for us. Not at all. We're seeing a constant that other people have yet to really see. Me, I've had a major problem with getting things done properly. Once again, it's just been a spiraling decline. That you've seen in certain aspects, and I find a way to persevere. I'm pulled in like 4 or 5 different directions. Right now I'm headed to a business meeting where we're going to be sitting down with some top 1% of the world's wealth also in this meeting, physically there, physically present. And we're all going to be on a round table. And we got to have discussions. We got to have our talk points together. And we're going to come up with something where others will not. We have ideas. We have a lot of stuff to deal with. So this is very important to me and to everyone else involved. Because we find a way to keep striving. There's many of other people that want to try to, I don't know, push the bar, and they never seem to grasp the full concept, the full ideal of what you're actually there for and what you're there to accomplish. I got a text message, I had to read that and try to translate it on the screen. Never had a problem with trying to better myself. And I want everyone to get inspired to go out and try to accomplish and be their best self. Now, I've given people pretty much, I don't know if I'm going to do it on Halloween or before Halloween, or if y'all want to go to a Halloween party and have extra money, do the giveaway on the Patreon. But if you think we should do it like right now or whatever, just let me know and we'll go from there. But as of now, this is the way it is. I appreciate all of the love and support. I really do. Appreciate it. All the way across the board. I want to say shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Man, been stand up, stand down, and kicking draws and asses. Shouts out to Armando Black TV. Welcome to HDII TV. Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Ticket TV. Don't forget to subscribe to One Car Crack News. And if you don't hear from me a lot in these past couple of days, because I've been studying and learning and preparing for these classes. So I'm out. Deuces. And don't forget the super chat. If you didn't, shame on you. Or hit the Cash App up, which is Carcino. Alright, I'm out.